Good YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So, the World Boxing Association, better known as the WBA, President Gilberto Mendoza, they have now ordered undefeated three-division world champion superstar boxer Gervonta Tank Davis, who is now 26 wins, no losses, no draws, 24 big wins by way of knockout. He is 27 years of age, 5'5" with a 67-inch arm reach. He's coming off of a beautiful performance, in my opinion, against Mexican star boxer Isaac Pitbull Cruz, who is now 22 wins, 2 losses, 1 draw, 15 wins by way of knockout, 23 years of age, 5'3", with a 63-inch arm reach. That took place December 5th, Los Angeles, California, at the Staples Center, which Gervonta Tank Davis got a unanimous decision victory. Now the WBA, they have ordered that Gervonta Tank Davis face off against his original mandatory scheduled opponent in WBA interim champion, lightweight star boxer Rolando Romero. Okay, Rolando Romero, who is 14 wins, no losses, no draws, 12 wins by way of knockout. He's 26 years of age, 5'8", with a 69-inch arm reach, okay? He was initially scheduled to face Rolando Romero, that being Gervonta Tank Davis, December 5th. But some serious allegations came out against Rolando Romero, which saw Rolando Romero have to be pulled from the fight. And once he was pulled from the fight, in about 5 to 6 week notice, we saw Rolando Romero replaced with Isaac Pitbull Cruz, okay? Now, keep in mind, Gervonta Tank Davis and Floyd Mayweather Promotions, who he's promoted by, were already looking to stage a fight between Isaac Cruz and Gervonta Tank Davis. Now, this just gave them, more incentives to make the fight happen. So, Gervonta Tank Davis broke his left hand in the 6th round of the fight with Isaac Pitbull Cruz, and now Gervonta Tank Davis is void of opponent. We are now going into February. We're in the end of January, going into February. He broke his hand in December, so he had all of December, all of January, and we're going into February. Clearly, this fight is not going to take place and possibly until March, okay, maybe even April. So with that said, Rolando Romero has been cleared of all the allegations, and now he deserves his opportunity to get the fight, okay? Now, there's many fights that Gervonta Tank Davis can make, and there's many fights that the fans want to see Gervonta Tank Davis in the ring with, okay? And Rolando Romero, in my opinion, is not one of those guys. Many people feel like Gervonta Tank Davis, who's being considered the cash cow from junior welterweight 140 on down, pay-per-view star, he needs to fight bigger names, tougher challenges, not what is being considered to be mismatches. Now, you never know what happens in a squared circle. Nobody can, guarantee this guy just roll over the next guy because, what he did in his past, things of that nature. And the triangle theory just doesn't work in the sport of boxing. But for the most part, you can tell when there's mismatches. When 90% of the time when there's mismatches in the sport of boxing, the mismatches come to fruition, okay? So with that said, you have anomalies. Every so often, you get guys that you didn't expect to be competitive against certain guys, a la Buster Douglas and Mike Tyson, Andy Ruiz, Anthony Joshua, and Isaac Cruz against Gervonta Tank Davis in his last fight. He put a much valiant effort than most people expected. You expected him to get dropped or even get stopped in the fight, and he didn't do either. Okay, he was pressuring Gervonta Tank Davis. He made Gervonta Tank Davis bite down and pull out tools of the tool bag, to get the job done. Nonetheless, in my opinion, he got the job done, just not in the fashion that many people expected or wanted. I always stated this, that Gervonta Tank Davis just doesn't get enough credit for his ring IQ and his skill set. Everybody's enamored with Gervonta Tank Davis's power, so when his power don't deliver on the night, everybody feels like it's a failure or a loss. Okay, many people felt like Isaac Cruz won the fight. I didn't. I thought Gervonta Tank Davis won 9 rounds to 3, at worst 8 rounds to 4. I thought he clearly won the fight against Isaac Pitbull Cruz. Isaac Cruz was competitive. He was, letting his hands go. He was pressuring Gervonta Tank Davis. He was very active in the fight. Yes, but I don't believe that won him the fight. I thought he was just active in the fight. So with that said, there's many names that people want to see Gervonta Tank Davis in with the bigger names, okay? Because he fights at 3 separate weight classes. He's currently campaigning in the middle. He's campaigning at 135, but there's fights at 140, like former IBF junior welterweight world champion superstar boxer Regis Rougarou Prograis, who's at 140, okay? And there's guys that obviously at 130, but the guys at 130 are now mixing it up with one another, okay? So those guys at 130 are not available. You know, the Shakur Stevensons, the Chris Colberts, you know, and the, Oscar Valdez's, those guys are not available anymore, okay? But at 135, you do have 2-time Olympic gold medalist, 3-division world champion, and former unified lightweight world champion, Ukrainian superstar boxer, Vasyl High-Tech Lomachenko. Now, that's a fight Vasyl Lomachenko, they stated they wanted. You had Gervonta Tank Davis, longtime trainer, mentor, and big brother, Calvin Ford, who stated that they've been waiting, you know, for a fight with Vasyl Lomachenko. That's the fight the fans want to see, you know, and that's the fight they want to make, you know. So Lomachenko, 16 wins, 2 losses, no draws, 11 wins by way of knockout, 33 years of age, 5'6" with a 65-inch arm reach. You know, he's coming off of 2 victories after he lost to Teofimo Lopez. You know, but many people, they peg Vasyl Lomachenko. The boxing world loves to put Vasyl Lomachenko top of the pound-for-pound list, okay? He's considered the Matrix, pure boxer, skill set, and everybody gets enamored with his skill set and his boxing ability. So this is a fight that Lomachenko has been calling for. And according to Calvin Ford, Gervonta Tank Davis is a longtime trainer. This is a fight they've been waiting for. So, and I agree. Again, like I said, you got Regis Prograis, who's 26 wins, 1 loss, no draws, 22 big wins by way of knockout. He's a big puncher, 33 years of age, 5'8" with a 67-inch arm reach, okay? He was last in the ring April of 2021 when he defeated Ivan Redcash via TKO, okay? So he's a big puncher. Out of 27 fights, he got 22 knockouts. So, you know, those are the fights that people want to see, you know, Gervonta Tank Davis in the ring with. You know, Regis Prograis, you know, he had a very close fight with the undefeated, undisputed junior welterweight world champion from the UK, British superstar boxer, Josh Taylor, okay, where Josh Taylor took Regis Prograis' belt in a unification bout, but it was a majority decision. It wasn't like Josh Taylor dominated Regis Prograis. So these are the fights that the fans want to see Gervonta Tank Davis in. You know, he's considered, you're going to say he's the pound-for-pound top and one of the top pound-for-pound fighters in the world. He's the pay-per-view cash cow. So when you're asking the fans to pay for fights, you got to give them fight-worthy pay-per-view fights, okay? And so with that said, these are the fights that fans want to see him in the ring with. But nonetheless, I believe that Rolando Rolly Romero, from the beginning, I didn't think that he deserved the opportunity to fight on pay-per-view against Gervonta Tank Davis, but he was chosen in that position. And he was unjust accused of something that has reported. Now, I don't know if he actually did it or not, but according to the law, and he did not do it, okay? And so with that said, he deserves an opportunity to put food on his table, okay? The opportunity was taken from him unjustly, and I think that it needs to be replaced and doubled, you know, in my opinion. If you was going to give him $500,000, give him $1 million now. You know, I don't know how much his purse is. I'm paraphrasing. Maybe if he's going to give him $250,000, give him $500,000 now. You know, I think he needs to be compensated for his services because he didn't do it, and he lost a huge opportunity. And the thing you don't get back in life is time. Okay, so he lost time, he lost money, and the opportunity, and he needs to get it back. And so the WBA feels the same way. And now they have mandated and ordered Gervonta Tank Davis gives him his opportunity. But as I told you guys last week, that Gervonta Tank Davis and Rolando Rolly Romero was coming next, okay? Even his longtime trainer, Calvin Ford, even though they stated they wanted Vasyl Lomachenko, that's the fight that they want. That's not going to happen. And Calvin Ford stated that he believes Rolando Rolly Romero is going to be next. It's an in-house fight. It's an easy fight to be made. Rolly Romero is a stable mate of his. He used to train or still trains at the Mayweather gym, you know, and Rolly Romero signed to Mayweather Promotions as well. So it's an easy fight to be made, and it needs to happen ASAP. I don't think that it needs to drag on until the summertime and things of that nature, unless Gervonta Tank Davis is still injured. Stylistically, I think Gervonta Tank Davis matches up beautifully against Rolando Rolly Romero. I think that he knocks out Rolando Rolly Romero within 5 to 6 rounds. Rolly Romero just not defensively responsible. He's not defensively savvy. He's very unorthodox. He has a lot of power, and he's awkward. Okay, but at the end of the day, he just doesn't have a lot of power. You know what I mean? I mean, he doesn't have a lot of skill set. He just has a lot of power. And when you have a lot of skill set in the manner of Gervonta Tank Davis, you can offset, power. Okay, and that's what I expect Gervonta Tank Davis to do, as we saw, in his fight with Isaac Cruz, who has a lot of power, who's orthodox, who was throwing, he was staying very tight niche defense, pressuring Gervonta Tank Davis, throwing overhook, awkward punches. And those are the similar punches that Rolando Rolly Romero is going to throw. And Tank Davis, he found a way to outbox, Isaac Cruz, step inside, step outside, box on the inside, box on the outside. He could box on his back foot. He could utilize the ring laterally if he so choose, and we know he could come forward. So I think that he's just too versatile, too skilled, too powerful, too accurate. And I think he knocks out Rolando Rolly Romero within 5 to 6 rounds. But again, we don't know what happens in the sport of boxing. So let's see how this unfolds and plays out. Maybe Rolando Rolly Romero catch him with a punch we don't see. Tank has shown to have a granite chin on top of that. So he's not like he has a shaky chin or things of that nature where you could say, well, now anything could happen. He catches Tank and anything can happen because he does have power. But I'm hard pressed to see that happening. So let's see how this unfolds and plays out. But that's all I got for y'all. Make sure you hit the like button. Drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button. Hit the bell icon to get all the new notification. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV. All one word. Y'all already know what it is. Shout out to the entire LDBC. Shout out to New Media. Shout out to Black Media Row. Make sure you like your shitty videos. That's all I got for y'all. Peace.
You're watching Blue Blood Sports TV. Wow.